Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rishad Bintang Algian Susila. Today I wanna explain about global health and access to medicine. Looking at global health, the access medicine become a very important element of universal health coverage. Essential medicine are those that satisfy the priority healthcare needs of the population. Obviously, there are several medicines, some of which are taken for relief of very temporary condition. Some are often taken as supplement, supplement to diet. Some are taken to example to relieve cough or something like that. But essential medicine are those that are really required for protecting the health by reversing disease and reducing disability. They are selected with the regard to publish health relevance, evidence on efficiency and safety, and comparative cost effectiveness. And clearly, there can be a wide range of medicine for treating condition, but you need to be very sure that they are effective, safe at the same time. Cost effectiveness, essential medicine are also be available to the health system so that we are not uncertain about their regular availability for being provided in various healthcare facility. As need, they should be available at all time in adequate amount. And enough appropriate dosage assure quality. Now quality is going to be an absolutely important criterion because without that you cannot be either of effectiveness or of safety. And there should also be adequate information available about each of these drugs, not only for the physical but also for the patient who are receiving it, and they should be available at a price that the individual and the community can afford, and certainly the health system also should be able to afford it as a part of public financing. Access to medicine has become a world with challenge, and the World Health Organization estimate that about 1 to 1 billion different billion people don't have access to medicine. Many of these are in the country where there the greatest need in terms of unmet health challenge, that is Africa and India. Access to essential medicine is closely related with the other aspect of the health system performance, that is we find wherever there is a high level of disability, adjust life year loss because of major health disorder. Their access to medicine, which ought to be assured in unfortunately deficient in terms of inequity in production and utilization, we ought to be able to really look at where the population lies and where the actual money is being spent in terms of purchase and prescription of medicine. The low model about is this income country actual expenditure on global level is the highest in the high income countries, that about 78 and 5%, whereas in the low whereas in the low income countries the expenditure is only the percent. There is huge inequality in terms of availability and affordability of medicine across the world, reflected in the utilization, reflected in the utility pattern when we are really looking at access. Step by step, first, the rational isolation is in here. The first is quantification or forecasting. According to criteria evaluation medicals and forecasting the need according to disease burden and the various health system priority within that country. And rational selection, of course, goes, as I said, on the basis of effectiveness or efficiency and cost effectiveness that bring us to affordable price, because we need to really look at how affordable these medicine are both for public procurement by the health system and also purchased by an individual patient. The second element of how we actually ensure that the price are within easy reach, and then we actually look at the procurement process, which then bring the medicine into health system. And we definitely require reliable supply system. Supply system are fundamentally public procurement system, distribution system. Do not pay attention to regularity or supply, and there are frequent stock out, that mean non-availability of medicine within the facility, and that means that many of the people who actually go this facility do not have the opportunity to get them on a regular basis as need. Similarly, if they are also not available or predictable manner in the open market for purchase as at affordable price, that again deprives people of access. So having reliable supply system is absolutely critical. Rational selection, effective, which are health situation accordingly. Essential list of medicine will have to prepared by each country, will have to prepared by each country. The World Health Organization 197 has been prepared essential medicine, which actually serve as a guide for individual countries, which will adapt it for their own use based on their own national requirement. Their own national requirements, so each country has to have national list of essential medicine. And sometimes within large countries, province or state also modify the nationalities to suit some of their regional priorities. Some of their regional priorities, the number of countries which have essential list of medicine, of course, is fairly large, but the number of medicine that enter the list varies based on the national income. Low income, for example, I have much lower income in 355 in the, and middle income is 441. for the high income is 170 and 6. For the global is 397. That we need to really look at, and there were need to increase the public funding for health system in general, but especially for the essential medicine, unless public financing of health through universal health coverage program increase to a level where essential medicine can be procured and distributed at the no cost or low cost, we will find there will be a continuing medicine for most of the people in that country. So we need to raise public financing and use substantial fraction of that for procurement medicine. We also will get an added benefit in that because much of the pocket spending in many of the countries is related to private expenditure on purchase of medicine. Of course, by expanding various form of the health is insurance, particularly social insurance of government subsidies and insurance, we will be able to provide greater coverage, and we need to bring in medicine also in the ambit of insurance program, which frequently do not offer outpatient care or provision of medicine. And of course, there are other financing mechanism that we will be looking include debt relief as well as international supply by various donor agencies. By financing, of course, require a fair amount of public expenditure, which is predictable as paradoxical situation. High income countries seem to be having a greater degree of public financing as compared to private financing, and this situation has remained unchanged or even worse over the years when you compare to, for example, in the other category of country which are in the middle income or the low income bracket, we find the private and expenditure on medicine. I think in conclusion, in global health is in summary, global health and access to medicine are interconnected challenges that require collaborative effort, equitable resource distribution, and so sustainable health policies to ensure health equity and improve health outcome for all. I'm sorry, I think my internet is like, I think that's from me. Sorry if there any trouble. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.